the human being cannot right himself, that is, correct himself. So there should be certain conditions. And likewise in the language also, if conditions are not imposed in the language cannot be correctly used, and hence conditions are there. What is this condition? If you do like that, you will be beaten. If you work energetically, if I were the Prime Minister, if ice melts, you see the things. In what way we are using the if? If, whether, these two we know, these talk about the conditions. Whether he comes or not, I will go. Whether he comes or not, I will go. Means I don't bother whether he comes or not. Means it is also a condition. But whatever the condition may be, I will do it. Whenever we are presenting that idea, we are using whether. If you do this, you will get this. Definitely. If you don't do it, you won't get it. Correct? If ice melts, if it doesn't melt, no water. See to it. There are two words, if and whether. There is a difference of the usage. One more word what we have is unless. Unless you do this, you won't get pass. You won't get good results. You cannot come out of the bed. You see the condition. Unless means whatever we are talking if and whether, the same thing we are talking with unless even. Now if you see that, if you say all these, when, one more word comes. When you go there, you may meet him. Though when indicates time, this when usage is time bound condition. If may not be time bound condition, whether may not be time bound condition, unless may not be time bound condition, but when is a time bound condition. Only when you are brushing your teeth, only when you brush your teeth, you will be served breakfast. Condition, but it is time bound. कब, जब. तो इसके लिए जरा हिंदी में देख लेते हैं. सो इफ, यदि आप ऐसे करोगे आपको ये मिलेगा. यदि आप ऐसे करोगे आप उत्तीर्ण हो जाओगे. यदि आप नहीं करोगे तो आपको नहीं मिलेगा. नहीं तो. और जब यहां आते हैं जब आप दान तुन करोगे तभी जाके आपको रोटी मिलेगी. See the conditions. Means whatever the language, a conditional language should also be there. If the conditions are not there, language is not conditioned. That is what I want to say. Beautifying the language comes from all these things. If it is an ordinary language, whatever we speak every day, then all this is not necessary. There are many things in the language. In what you call your in Hindi language or any Indian language, we have alankarik bhasha. वो चंद्रमा सी मुखड़ा. देखिए, कमल से नयन, राम लक्ष्मण समास कहते हैं, संधि कहते हैं या अलंकार कहते हैं. ये सब भाषा के लिए कुछ अलंकार जोड़ते हैं भाषा को. वैसे अंग्रेज में भी है. इन इंग्लिश आल्सो we have this kind of usage. So we can say this is a kind of addition how best we are adding. That is, in our earlier lesson also, we have come across if, unless, whether and when. What are the uses of that? In this chapter, we are going to learn in a elaborated manner. First of all, let us learn why condition. That we learned. Why condition? If we don't put a condition, even a child doesn't hear us. तुम यदि ऐसा करोगे मैं आपको चॉकलेट देता हूं, आप ऐसे करोगे आपको चॉकलेट मिलेगी, ऐसे हम बोलते हैं. तो we offer something. Offering we can say here. Earlier lesson we have studied about usage of if as a connector, unless as a connector, when as a connector and whether as a connector. Right? So now the very same connectors we are using as verb conditionals. What is the verb? Action. The condition is for what? For action. Why I am telling for action? If is also used in some other manner. What is some other manner? We will learn now. But it is a condition for the action. If you do like this condition, this you will get. ऐसे करोगे तो ऐसे पाओगे, ऐसे करोगे ऐसे पाओगे. Condition. So here if, unless, whether and when, इसी के यदि नहीं तो जब. इसका प्रयोग कैसे रहता है अंग्रेजी में हम सीख लेंगे. तो here the unit 7, what is that one? Conditionals. For what it is conditional, how to use it, in what manners we can use, in all the manners, does it give the same meaning, same structure of the sentence, right? Or if the structure changes, how best we can use and how best it can express our ideas. This is what in unit 7 we have in a nutshell, right? So let us see how best we can use them. So now we have certain, what we can say again, conditions, right? Abiding these conditions, how to use the conditions. What are those conditions? Once if we are describing scientific facts, expressing scientific facts or natural facts, maybe it is the nature of the earth or nature of any celestial bodies whatsoever, right? Or maybe a nature of a man whatsoever, whenever we are talking about that and conditional we are talking, then how we have to put the verbs. Because already I told you, in any language, if you want to become a good speaker, good user of a language, let me not tell a master of a language, because nobody becomes a master in any of the languages, right? So let us put it, if at all you want to write a good language, you should have control over the verbs, how they react, how they act in a given sentence. So here in a conditional way, how best we can use the verbs, right? So here we can see here is, gets, respect, are respected, are. Here fall, and here it is occurs. So what did we learn about this? First of all, whenever we are using if clause or if condition, in what? In scientifical and natural facts, then both the clauses should have simple present in them. Whether it is passive voice, active voice, let us not bother for that. It should be a simple present in both the clauses. What are these both clauses? Right? Now let us see. Here, if water is heated, this is one part of the sentence. And we have a conjunction here, comma, a connector here, comma. That means it indicates up to that it is one clause. and here it gets evaporated. We have second part of the sentence, that is another clause. Now we got a clear picture about the clause. Let me tell you once again. Here we have two clauses. How to identify the clause is, we have a part of the sentence here. A part of the sentence, I did not say a phrase. A part of the sentence can be a phrase. But here a part of the sentence, I am calling it as a clause. Why? We have a finite verb here, is, and another finite verb here. Means a clause is a part of a sentence, but it has a finite verb with it. Finite verb is what? Not having ing with it, not the past participle, not the present participle, but it doesn't have again to with it, either simple present form or simple past form, that is called as a simple present form, the verb in its original state. So here, if at all, if clause we are talking about, and two clauses are there, one is main clause, the other is subordinate clause. What is subordinate or subordination? As a teacher, I am a subordinate to the headmaster or the principal. Why? I cannot take independent decisions. I am only the subordinate clause for the school, being a teacher. Right? Again, principal. And so principal means what? He is the main for the institution. So he can take any decision. So he is the principal clause over there. The very same principal clause is called as your main clause. How does it appear in the sentence? It should stand by itself. It doesn't require any support. Here, it gets evaporated. It gets evaporated. We got the very meaning. We got the complete meaning. That sentence can stand as it is without anybody's help. Crutches not necessary for it. Right? But when it comes here, if water is heated, verb is there, finite verb is there. But if water is heated, it doesn't give any complete sense. It depends on other sentence, other part of the sentence. It requires crutches. Right? So that kind of sentence is called as a subordinate clause. This sentence here, this part of the sentence, if water is heated, if we respect others, if the sun, moon and earth fall in a straight line, up to that, this is a subordinate clause. Why? They cannot stand as a complete sentence because they don't give complete sense. They require the other part. Eclipse occurs, and here it is, we are respected, and here it is, it gets evaporated. That way, they need the support of the main clause or principal clause. Now, how many clauses are there in the sentence? What are the clauses called? What is subordinate clause? What is main clause or principal clause? We have a small idea. If we don't have small idea, we cannot go ahead. Right? So now, this if clause, it is called if clause. That is a conditional clause again. That is a conditional clause. Here, when natural conditions are being added together, both the verbs we can see here, simple present, simple present, simple present, simple present, and simple present fall, and simple present here occurs. Only when the scientific facts are expressed. Right? Then what are we using? We are using simple present in both the clauses. That is very important. There also, here also. No will, no may, no can. can, will, shall, must. These are we are not using here, or here we are not using. That we have to remember whether it is a scientific clause or not. This is clear now, one part. Why I say very clearly is, in the long run, we may be talking about many such things. And whenever we are talking, we may talk. Let us not bother. Let us not bother whether I am using simple present tense or not, whether it is, if not, talk it. Then you will be knowing, here you have mistaken. Then you can correct yourself. Once if you are correcting yourself, you will not be committing the same mistake once again. That is a fact. If you correct yourself, you do not use mistakes. Natural thing, habitual thing. If you correct yourself, you do not repeat the same mistake. You cannot know, you will not know, you do not. Why? That is a natural thing. And also we can say, I may not do the same mistake. There, you are not telling something in a very fixed manner. And so you have to use, I do not commit the same mistake. Both are simple present. So now, let us see the second set, or second way or method of using the condition, and what that indicates when we are using in such a manner, what that indicates. It indicates probability, chances, probability, possibility, chances we talk about, right? That is likelihood. It may happen, right? So, if you enter the house without permission, you will be prosecuted. Because house is supposed to be a private property, right? Any other institution, it is not a private. But again, illegal entrance may cause for or calls for a prosecution. You see, what is a prosecution? Prosecution is you will be taken to the court of law. Why you have entered in? Everything will be adjudged. Then if you are liable to be punished, you will be punished. That is called prosecution. But let us not go for the meanings, etc. But let us see how best we are using the if clause over there. If you enter, this is the verb, enter. If you enter, do we have any helping verb with it? No. Do we have ed with it? No. Then what is this type? We are using simple present, where in the condition clause, if clause. In if clause, we are using simple present. If you enter the house without permission, then what will happen? What will happen is will be prosecuted. Will be prosecuted. So here it talks about a probability of your getting punishment. And the very same probability we can speak in other terms with may, would, should, might, right? And again could, can. You can be prosecuted. You could be prosecuted. You would be prosecuted. You should be prosecuted. You might be prosecuted. You may be prosecuted. Likewise, we can use in a probability thing, simple future we are using. Simple future here and simple present here. If clause has simple present and main clause has simple future. That way we are to put both the what we can say is tenses in agreement with each other, because it is a conditional one. Conditional clause has a condition. What is that one? In a probability we have to use with the conditional clause simple present, and in the main clause we have to use the simple future. The simple future may be with will, shall, would, should, sorry, not should, will, shall, would, may, might, can, could. and I did not talk about must and should because they represent some other thing. They are not probabilities. Must and should are not probabilities. They are compulsions. So we are using only probability, and hence we may use will, shall, would, may, might, can, could. That should be here, and here it is past participle, and here be is there. That way we have to see simple present because it is a passive voice. So when it comes to active voice, passive voice, we will have an elaborate detailing discussion over there. Here, simple, let us understand. After will, if we have be. After shall, if we have be. After may, if we have be. After might, if we have be. After can, be is there. If could, be is there. That is passive voice. Let us, for our simple understanding, let us see the thing. If he has the stock, he will surely disperse. Right? If he has the stock, he will disperse. He can disperse. He may disperse. He might disperse. He shall disperse. And again, he would disperse. That way, we can speak here a simple future and a simple present here. Has talks about simple present possessive. Means all the conditions are for the verb only. First condition I have shown, here simple present, here simple present. Second, probability we are talking about. If clause is simple present, main clause is simple future. Now third, if everybody plays well, you see here, has possessive, plays, here it is a do form verb, plays well, right? The team will win. The team shall win. The team may win. The team can win. The team could win. The team would win. That way, in this place we can put anything, but it should be simple future probability. What is the probability? It is possible to be done. It is possible to occur. That is called probability and possibility. We have seen this. First, natural and scientific facts, how to express in if clause. Both are simple present, whether it is conditional clause, if clause, or main clause. But second one, what we did? Probability, possibility is there. Then if clause has simple present and the main clause has the simple future tense. This simply we have to remember this. So now the same probability and if clause, but can we use other tenses or not? Earlier what I spoke, here simple present, there simple future. Here means where in conditional clause we are using simple present, and there we are using in the main clause we are using the simple future. Now, can we use continuous tense or not in the conditional clause? You see, though we are using simple present, many times it speaks about continuous tense, and many times it speaks about the future tense. Right? And what are those we will learn elaborately again, once again. But for a short this thing, let us hear here. I go tomorrow. I go tomorrow. I did not say I will go tomorrow. Read. I read Deccan Chronicle every day. Did I say I will read? I am reading? No. But simple present in many times it represents continuous tense and it represents future tense even. And hence certain conditions are there, certain verbs are there. Those verbs are to be used only in simple present. That we will learn later. But for a simple idea, let us have that in our mind. So now with the condition clause, how to use continuous tense. If you are looking after the plants well, means what? are looking, here it talks about simple present. If you are looking after the plants well, that is a regular habit. If it is a regular habit, regular practice, there you have to use simple present. Even you may use continuous tense, but it amounts to simple present. Though you are using simple present, it talks about continuous tense. I catch the bus every day. Means what? I am catching it every day. See the thing. So that way you can eliminate certain things, you can add certain things. That flexibility is there in every language. We should know what is the flexibility. We will talk about that. Now let us see if you are looking after the plants well, a regular practice must have been said in simple present, but in a continuous tense we have represented here. So this is there here in if clause, are looking, present continuous. But the others doesn't change. They will certainly bloom. Will. Here you cannot say may. You cannot say would. Here only will or shall we have to use. We cannot use they may. No question of that probability. It is a very strong possibility. Right? If you water the plant, it may grow well. See the difference there. Simply you are putting water, you are not looking after. Looking after means a care is there. You are putting manure, you wanted to cut it, you are doing this, trimming it and everything you are doing, you are looking it. That is the difference between are looking and watering. You watered simply. And then possibilities may. But here will and shall come here, and so I have put it here. In continuous tense also you can put. But that continuous tense represents again simple present. So if you are looking after the plants well, here no may, they will certainly bloom. They may may is not certain. They will certainly bloom. And here if someone wants my help, wants again simple present. But what I want to tell here is the main clause can be an imperative sentence. The main clause may be an imperative sentence. What is an imperative sentence? There the subject is missing. Understandably it is there. Imperative. So just give me a call. Whom did I say? Just give me a call. No doubt I am talking to the second person. Just give me a call. This is indicative. Give is simple present. But is it being done now? It would be done in future. Imperative sentence, though the verb is simple present, the action is done later. So imperative sentence can also be put over here. In this one you cannot see will, may, must come. No, nothing is there. Just give me a call means you must call me. But it is in imperative mode, the sentence. Right? So here the conditional clause, this probability, we can have continuous tense here, that is are looking, but here it is will certainly bloom, will is used, no may, and here if someone wants simple present, their imperative sentence we are using. This we have to understand first, then we can make use in our language. So now the other one. If there is a probability, there should be improbability also. The possibilities and impossibilities, these two always do occur in our life. If everything is possible, I would become a god, is it not? So because I am a human being, there should be possibilities, impossibilities. Earlier we have talked about possibilities, probabilities, likelihoods. Now we talk about improbable, impossible and unlikely things. Right? So if at all we are expressing conditional clause, we are putting our expression in conditional clause, that too some improbable thing, occurrence. What is the action of the verb? Right? We are all talking about the action of the verb only. So if at all here, improbable, unlikely, if he had some willpower. If he had some willpower. Suppose there is flooding. The whole area is flooded. Right? And in such a condition, if one is there, what happens? Everywhere he sees water. And what does he know is, yes, there is no chance of my survival. But if at all he has the willpower, what might come, I should. Willpower. If he has that, what he can do is, he would swim across the flood water. If he had willpower, he would swim across the flood water. Did he drown? I don't know. Did he try? I don't know. Right? If he had, I am talking about that only something which is impossible. Right? If I had money, I might buy a house. Is it possible? May possible, may not be possible, but unlikelihood is more than likelihood. Right? Likewise, we use here simple past, we use where improbable, unlikely, conditional, there we use with the if clause simple past, and here in the main clause also we use would swim, not will, because it is probability. That is, would, probability also in past tense we use it. Will is present possibility and would is past possibility. May happen, might happen, not may, might happen. He might swim across. He would swim across. Nothing else. Not will, not can. He could swim across. Could. Would, might and could should be used here in the main clause. And here in this one, subordinate clause, we are using simple past. See here. If I were you, usage of were, if you see here, only it is improbable condition. It may not happen. It may happen is a very only feeble one chance. 99 chances I cannot become you, or he cannot become what I am. So in that case, he were, you were, I were, they were, we were. That were represents that. Again, I are, no. Only were, because we have talked about a past tense here. So here we are putting past tense. Why not I are, sir? That is what I answered here. Because simple past, I were. You say wrong maybe, sir, it is I and were. Yes, it is very correct. With I we have to put were. Why? Because it is impossibility. It may not occur. Right? So here we are using were again, and again somewhere we are using were. Here, let us digest this were here. If I were you, यदि मैं आप होता, that way हम यूज कर रहे हैं. मैं आप होता या हम आप होते. यदि हम आप होते, क्या करते? सिगरेट पीना बंद कर देते, झूठ बोलना बंद कर देते, झूठ बोलना बंद कर देते. You see that? When that pressure comes, we are using I were. I were you, if I were you, I would give up smoking. धूम्रपान छोड़ देते. That way we are expressing, and in that kind of expression, I takes were, because the rule past tense here, not are. So now we have seen scientifical or natural facts, probability and improbability. We have seen these three things, right? Now let us see what comes next in the usage of conditional clause and how the verbs interact or react in a sentence. In the same category, that is impossibility or improbability, unlikelihood, let us see some more examples to have a clear clarity about the usage of the verb. So if you see here, if Gopal won a lottery, his family would be well off. If he won, I did not say if he wins. If he wins means what? Possibility is there. But here we are talking about improbability. And so simple past here won. If Gopal won. Means did it occur? He might have purchased a ticket, but he did not. And under that circumstances, what to speak? This is to be spoken. What is one? If Gopal won the lottery, his family would be well off. That means we know he purchased a ticket, but whether he won it or not, we do not know. Then what we are speaking about, if at all he won it, his family would have been well off. By saying that only we can say he won it. But because the family is not well off, we are concluding he did not win. And so we are saying if he won. See to it, right? And next expression. Many people jump from many heights, many altitudes, right? So here, what is the condition? If one jumped, from the third floor, one might get hurt. In our locality, in our what we call as the flats, apartments, in the morning, people were gathered there. I simply asked, what happened? Yesterday somebody jumped from there, sir, from the third floor, sir. If somebody jumped from there, he would get hurt, is it not? Should. So that is what we are putting here. One might get hurt. Double tagli undali kada. He would not have run, no, if he had jumped from that height. So jumped from that height means he might have got hurt. Means we are talking something nonsense. No, it cannot be. Whenever we are talking about such kind of impossibilities, we are using here might, would, means in the place of would, we can put could, we can use might, right? That way we can use them, the verb here. And here it is simple past. Means now what we have talked is scientifical, simple present, and possible, simple present and simple future. Impossible, simple past and simple past but future tense. Past tense we are using not may, we are using might, past tense of that, right? That way we are using the conditionals here. And let us see the third one now. Though I said it is the other one, but it is also impossibility only. But here what happened is, here this occurred. This could not be done. Here, this occurred. Here, this could not be done. Means irreparable. Impossibility, irreparable, impossibility. We cannot do anything about it. That is, the doctor arrived late. The patient died. The doctor arrived late. The patient died. Right? This can be expressed in impossible manner, irreparable manner. If the doctor had arrived early, if the doctor arrived early, let us write that one. If the doctor had arrived early, this is the subordinate clause. If the doctor had arrived, what are the tense we are using there? In irreparable or which cannot be made good, impossibility. There we are using past perfect we are using. If the doctor had arrived early, if I had, if I had gone, if you had read, if you had studied, that way we are using past perfect, right? If the doctor had arrived early, the patient would not have died. The patient died or not? The patient died. Even if the doctor comes now early, can the patient be revived? No. See the condition here. One is if the doctor had arrived early, condition. But the action has already been done. That cannot be made good. It cannot be repaired. Cannot be made good is that. Cannot be repaired. Done is done. In such a case, we are using past perfect here, and also here we are using past perfect negative. Would not have died. Right? If the nalas had been cleaned, cleared, maintained well, if the nalas had been maintained well, the flood situation would have been avoided. The flood situation would have been avoided. Means now situation is there, flood situation, and the nalas have not been cleaned, not cleared. Means whatsoever should happen that have occurred already. But that also we are expressing in improbability, impossibility. This is fourth one. But what are the tenses we are using here and here? Past perfect, and here also would past, perfect, and negation we are putting it here. That way the conditional clause can be put in these manners. Suppose a wish is there, a wish. If I were the bird, I would have flown. I would fly in the sky. If I were the Prime Minister, I would have stopped. I would stop. If I were the Prime Minister, I would have stopped. If I were the Prime Minister, I would stop. There also were usage I am using, that is a wish. That is one more conditional clause. Right? if I were you, I would stop smoking. If I would have been the Prime Minister, I would have stopped. If I were the Prime Minister, I would stop. You see the conditional clause, how elaborately we are using. Now, what you have in your workbook, under your unit 7, conditionals, and the two, in what way? Introduction, number 1. I will help you if you promise to work hard. If I had the money, I would lend it to you. All, whatever has been taught over here. If we had practiced well, we could have won the match. Did not practice well, the match has not been won. Most dogs snarl if you pull their tails. Natural. See, whatever has been taught, it appears within the first introduction itself. So now, again, main clause and subordinate clause. If clause is the subordinate clause, and whatever remaining is called the main clause. I'll help you if you promise to work hard. If you promise to work hard is subordinate clause, because that cannot stand as it is. And I will help you is the main clause. So after that he has given 1, 2, 3 all the subordinate clauses, how they react, and both the clauses, and here all these things have been said. Again, the patterns, if you see, under B, the likely or probable conditional already has been taught to you, discussed. So here you can see, will you take up the new job? It depends. I am negotiating with the firm. I must get a good pay package. In the blue rectangular blocks, these 3 we have, and these 3 we are combining together. So what the answer is? I will take up the new job if I get a good pay package. I take up or I will take up, it is a future tense, simple future. If I get, simple present, probability, right? And next, if you see, other forms of likely probabilities are there. I already told you an example. If plus present tense and imperative sentence. If you go out, do not forget to bring the grocery. Did not forget. It is imperative. It is talking to you only. If plus present and future form, present continuous. I had to put already. If the management does not accede to your demands, we are extending our strike. We do extend that one, we are extending. That way it has been put. And if present continuous can be used in the main clause, can also be used in the conditional clause. If you are looking for the principal, you will find him in the auditorium. If you are looking for the principal. So here in the conditional, continuous we are using, and in the main clause we are using the simple future. And here simple, that is the management does not exceed, simple present, and there we are extending our strike. We are extending, though it is talked in present continuous, it talks about future only. That is what here it is said. And next is, if present perfect, future form. If you have finished reading, I will switch the light off. Means the work should be completed just now, present perfect. And next is a future, simple future. That way we are using. If plus present, may, might, must, should, can. How we are using, that I have told you. And next comes your, and here you have to construct sentences using whatever in this rectangular box it has been given. Using those, you have to make the sentences. This exercise is there under B2. And B3, complete the following conditional clauses using the clauses given you. I will take you out in the evening if. Now you see, the clues are also been given. Those clues you have to arrange to form an if clause. An if clause, right? So next we have C. Unreal, unlikely, hypothetical, only guessing, right? What is that one? If I won ₹1,000,000, it is hypothesis only. It is given. It is not that I won it. It is only unreality. So that also we have seen. If I won ₹1,000,000, I would build a 5-star hotel. Neither this happens nor that happens. Real, unreal. Okay. Now there is again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things here, and here he has a very good explanation be given. From that you have to put the unreal in if condition and main clause you have to put. And if Shikha was, that way he has already started, and remaining you have to put reading this. A best conditional clause you can make it. And now complete the sentences below. The principle of, if I were rich, I would fly around the world. See, that is a wish put together or unreal condition. And here the principal of my school, if I were the principal of my school, if I were God, if I were the environmental minister, if I were tall, if I were hardworking. That way there are conditions have been given, and you have to write 5 sentences, meaningful sentences, right? And next comes your C3, basic form of unreal conditional. If plus past tense, right? And would bear infinitive. That is main clause. If I got an invitation, if I got an invitation, I would attend the wedding. I would attend the wedding if I got. Right? So one of my friends was asking, why didn't you come to my marriage? He asked. I use this sentence. What is that? If I got the invitation, I would attend the marriage. Means what? It did not come, I did not go. Unreal means unlikely. Okay, that way in both ends what we are using is simple past and past here. And here it is would plus bare infinitive to show the past tense there. If you worked hard, you would succeed. You would succeed. If you worked hard, you could succeed. Would and could. If you worked hard, you might succeed. That way. And were he honest? This is one more kind of expressing condition with were, with had. Right? And here you see, were he honest, I might feel some sympathy for him. He is weeping. He is crying. He wanted something. But he is not honest in his crying, in his weeping, in his wants. So I need not have to help him. So how to express that? Were he honest? Had he been honest? Had he spoken truth? That way, were I were on holiday, I might be touring Switzerland. I am not in a holiday, I am on a business tour. I cannot do that. So there what I am expressing here is, if I were on holiday, I would be touring Switzerland. But I am not on a holiday. The impossible conditional. If we had played well, this is something which we cannot repair, I said, which cannot be taken good, which cannot be made good. Occurred is occurred. waste. If you had not misled me, means I had already been misled. I would have attended the interview. I could not. You misled me, and so I could not attend. So here, if you had played well, you would have won. Would have. If you had, if we had. That way, it is a past perfect we are showing, and here also past perfect we are showing. That way, would plus have plus past participle we are using there in the verb. Here, if past perfect we are using. This all we have already discussed, and so here to fill up all these things are very easy for you, and so I am not spoon feeding. You can do all. And under G what you have is, if you understood well, then what you can do is, you can make a very good matching here under A and under B. Here we have that conditional summary. If you can match these two, then you have become master in conditional clauses. If I save enough money, here I may go to America this summer. Condition is if I save. And what does that mean? I may go. I will go. That way, if you see and if you match all these 10, you considerably have some command over if clause, that is conditional clause. Right? All these 10 you can write here, space has been given to you. Now, our next unit is comparison. What do we compare? What do we compare, and why is it necessary? Is it necessary or is it not necessary? It is necessary. Compare yourself with others, then you can better yourself. Right? Compare and don't become jealous about it. Compare and don't get jealous about it. Recently I was reading in a newspaper, he compared himself with many tall people. He wanted to become tall. He is already 5.7. He wanted to become 6. And he got surgery for his legs, the bones. And ultimately, he could not walk now. So, compare yourself, but it should not be out of jealousy. Then what do we compare about? We compare our quality. Right? We compare our manner. We compare our quantity. We compare our behavior. Right? So, this comparison, is that all? No. Then we compare our action even. We compare our action. So, comparison comes in adjectives, quality, quantity, mannerism and all. And we compare our action, the adverb. The comparison can be done for adjective and adverb. How we compare, how best we can do, in how many manners we do it, whether it is single to single, single to many, many to single, right? Or it is a bare standing of a comparison, bare standing. That all we discuss in our Unit 8 in detailed manner.